Do you know what time it is?
Music. Hey, tell them that you like that. Hey, this a mic check. You fucking up my count, I told you I'ma call you right back. She might be a wifey to you, but to me a nightcap. Fly to Cali just to blow a bag, cause bitch I'm like that. And I ain't trippin', I know I'ma make it right back.
Welcome back to another episode of GameOnBlitzz, your ultimate hub for sports, hip-hop, and today's hottest topic. Come join our conversation and give us your thoughts and your insight and come vibe with the community. And you know, if you don't want to get hit and you got that itch for the game of sports and you want to debate, you know where to go. GameOnBlitzz. Welcome to another episode of GameOnBlitzz. No, hold on. This is not a regular episode. Today is the day. Today is the day we're having our first interview. You know, I just been rambling in my head, just thinking about what to do, thinking about ideas. I've been moving furniture around like IKEA, and the light bulb came up. I automatically thought of Thomas Edison. While I was editing, son, I called my boy, Mo. He's the co-host of GameOnBlitzz, if you don't know, Khalifa's dad. I said, Mo, so I just thought about a great idea. I said, maybe we should start doing interviews with athletes that we know in particular. Then I suggested we should interview Damani. I said, Damani has a unique story, and we've been knowing Damani for a long time. Mo replied, yo, this is a great idea. I think we should do it ASAP. I said, say less. You ain't gotta say more. So we took upon ourselves to reach out to Damani, and I told Damani, yo, would you like to do an interview with GameOnBlitzz? Because you know GameOnBlitzz is the ultimate hub for sports, hip-hop, and today's hottest topic. I always tell people, come join our conversation and give us your insight and your thoughts. And if you got that itch and you don't want to get hit, no. It's if you don't want to get hit and you got that itch for the game of sports and you want to debate, you know where to go. Obviously, it's GameOnBlitzz. So I reached out to Damani. I said, brother, we would like to have this interview with you, and we would like you to join us and give us your thoughts and your insight and talk about a little bit about your journey and your path to success. Because a lot of people always look at the successful people and say, wow, they're just successful. It must be easy, or they are successful. How can I do what they did? So I said, this is a perfect opportunity to do that, because people see what's in front of them. They see the display, but they don't know what's going on in the background. So speaking of that, we're going to do an interview with Damani Camara, aka the King of North. He played for a team in Ohio. I don't want to say the name because I will butcher it, but he scored 46 goals in 28 games. That's amazing. Now he's playing professional at Czech. He played for SK Kollins. Is it SK? Give me 1 second. We're going to double check that. It's SK Kollins. If I'm butchering it, sorry. So I told Damani, I said, look, brother, you're a remarkable person, a great talent. I think it would be beautiful if we can get on camera and talk about your unique story and your unique journey to where you at today playing professionally, because this can be something that kids can look up to. It's a story that needs to be shared for the younger generation. He said, no problem. He said, let's do it. And I'm very appreciative of that. And today, we're having our first interview with Damani Camara. Let's get it. Ish, my brother, how you doing?
Thank you.
What's up, bro?
How you doing?
You. That was a beautiful introduction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So obviously today is gonna be, like I said, also my co-host Mo Konde, not to forget to mention. So today is gonna be an inspiring conversation, a conversation that I've been wanting to have Damani for a long time, more as well, because we were both athletes or whatever. So enough of all of that. Let's just get into it. So the first question here for Damani. Damani, do you have anything to say before we start?
No, not really. I'm ready to that.
Got you. So the first question is here is, what moment made you realize that you had to leave home to chase your dream? Home meaning coming from Guinea to the United States. And if you want to give them a little background about, how you got here, and you can also do that.
Yeah, that's actually a good question, because that's where it all started. Like we all from Guinea, and we know how it is over there. Soccer is the most popular sport, not only there but in the whole continent. But I was supposed to leave maybe at 10 years old, but family financial struggle and all that took a lot of time. So I ended up leaving around age 19, which was in 2015. Mm-hmm. And mind you, I was born in the state, so that was me basically coming back. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I got here, I originally came to study. African parents, they want you to go to school and all that. But I've been playing since back home. People used to tell me, "Oh, you gotta, you know, you ain't going. You gotta go professional." Like people used to tell me that all the time. But by then I was a kid, you know, I was just playing to play. I was not really thinking of it. But as the time goes by, I started watching these Real Madrid, Barcelona, and stuff like that. I said, "Oh, maybe that could be me one day." But you know, it's easier said than done. So I started working on my craft. And when I got here and I saw like how the environment is, I started really taking it serious. So I was like, maybe I have a shot at this. Like, let me keep on working on my craft.
Yeah.
So the way things started going for me in Columbus, you spent some time in Columbus, you already know. So So the fact that I had like opportunities coming from left and right and people really like pushing me, like friends like you, you know, a bunch of people. So I started pursuing it like for real, because I literally put like college to the side.
I remember,
I really started pursuing it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a shot at this and see where it's gonna take me. Like, because at the end of the day, it's America. There's plenty of opportunities, so I can come back and work or do whatever, finish college or whatever. Yeah. But I still like felt like I have something to prove. Like I'm not done yet. Yeah. So overall, it was basically as soon as I got to America, I saw a lot of opportunities. I was like literally working to save up just so I can come to Europe. I was back in the days. Like I came here like 3 times. Yeah. 3 times, and it didn't work out. It's only the 4th time I came. Yeah. Then things started working out for me. So, you know.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a great answer. I was definitely there at Jackson College. Your focus was basically on wanting to play soccer, and you kept going to the field. You know, everybody was doing other stuff. After class, you would go back to the field and put in some extra time. So I do remember. Damani, that was well said. To add on to another question, just to add on to that. So the emotional burden, right? Like, I mean, obviously, what age you said you left at when you was 19, right? 18 or 19? So I know there was some excitement there to like, you know, go to the state and pursue your dream. But did you feel any emotional burden? Did you feel like you're leaving something at home that was like that you were emotionally attached to? It could be your parents, your friends, or anything.
I mean, at first when I was leaving, I never thought of anything like that, you know? But it's when I got settled in America, and then I was, you know, going through stuff like working, coming back home to a empty place or to people that I'm barely familiar with. That's when I started missing my family. But then it was like, you know, I miss them for maybe a couple of hours and then just get back to it, like, you know? Yeah. I was not like I never got to like sit there and literally think about all of that. So it was only, okay, it's either I make it or not, like, but it's only just going to be one way for me. So I'm just going to keep looking forward. I think sometimes my mom will call and be like, why you don't call me? Why you don't check up on me? Even though, my sisters, they've complained tired. But like, you know, where we're from, we don't show affections, but
that's true.
Women are women, so they're always going to like check on you and stuff like that. So,
okay. Mo, do you have anything to add on to that, to those questions, or to his answer? Do you have anything?
No, what he's saying, like, you know, that can resonate with all of us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, as a man, where we're from, the emotional part, you know, that it just, you gotta be a man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so, and you're the one that everybody kind of, you know, look up to and supposed to be the way out for their family. Yeah. So, yeah, that can resonate with all of us, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. I totally understand that, because I know like when you're leaving home, there's an emotional attachment or whatever to where you come from. So that definitely makes sense. And also another question, Damani, like your first experience abroad, right? So was there anything that was like culturally shocking to you? Like when you first got here, like, wow, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, people be naked in front of each other. People be naked in front of each other.
Wait, what do you mean being naked in front of each other? The locker room.
Yeah, as soon as you get into the locker room, people take their thing off, started flicking their thing in front of you. Like, I guess that's them just joking around. But.
Yeah. Now, that was a culture shock for me. Wait. Why would that be culture shocking?
You never had that back home?
Back home, I was going to say, we do that back home, though.
Bro, that's when we're kids, not grown ass.
You're right.
You know what I mean? like we used to shower in the street. Like they used to shower us in the street.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's expected as a kid.
That's true.
Grown ass man, like
that's true.
Like nah, no.
Most still be doing that.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's why you ain't saying anything right now. I bet.
No, that's a fact. Okay, moving on. Like that was a great question. That I think we all can relate to that experience in terms of being in the locker room. That was culturally shocking to me too. My next question here is the struggle and growth, right? And how did it feel like stepping into a new country, right? Knowing like, not saying you don't know anyone, but you knew that you have some family members in the state that you were coming to, right? But you know, you guys didn't have that strong bond because you guys weren't raised together. So, like, what was your expectation in terms of just coming in, staying with a family member, and also pursuing your dream? Did you think that they were going to be more understanding and more like motivated to push you towards your goal, or did you have to do it all alone?
That's a great question, but I don't want to open that can today. But I'm just gonna.
Okay.
It was basically they were not supportive.
Yeah.
You know, everything I've done it by myself. Like they were not supportive. They were not even trying to hear. Like all they had to do was, okay, take the bus, go to work. When you finish working, you have enough money, take an apartment and fend for yourself. Basically, that was the goal.
Yeah.
So basically, as soon as I got here, yes, some love was shown to me, but you know, that's I appreciate them for that.
That comes with it, yeah.
At the time when I was I literally saw like people out there wanting to help me, but that didn't sit well with them because they felt like, oh, I'm under their watch. They have to do like they have a say so in everything. Even if someone comes by to give me a ride, it's a problem. So it's like I have to do everything myself. Sometimes I remember I had to lie, oh, I'm going to take my ESL classes just to go play some tournament and then come. So
okay, let me ask you. Okay, so those people that you say there's some people that were supportive and there were some people that were not supportive. We can say primarily maybe family members or whatever that you expected whatever from. So you know we in the United States things are. That's why I was asking you about the culture shock. I thought you was going to take that standpoint, but you know. Living in Guinea and in the U.S. is not the same thing. You know, there's a lot of responsibility. You got to pay rent. You got to go out your way and take care of yourself. People come home tired. So, whereas back home, people go to work in the morning and everybody come home at night, like 6 p.m. Like 6 p.m. before Fajr, everybody's at home. So here is, some people are coming home from work, some people are going to work. So do you feel like that, my question is are you being a little harsh against them because they had other responsibility that was, I would say, important to them at that moment, whether it was taking care of their kids or having a roof over their head, including you, or feeding you? Do you think that is the reason why they weren't as supportive, or was it just, we're not just going to support you because we don't care?
They were just not supportive. I was in the room, like I was with them, like I know their schedule.
Yeah.
And soccer was the last thing on their mind. You know how Africans are. Like, it ain't about, oh, I'll go watch your game. Oh, I'll take you here. Oh, you need a right to go play here? Fine, I will take you. No, it was nothing like that. I would know if they were being supportive. And judging from their character and the way they behaved around me, they were never supportive. Like, never.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I didn't even need much. I didn't, like, from a financial standpoint, I didn't need anything. Because I was already making a little bit of money already.
Yeah.
I didn't even, I just needed like maybe a ride here and there. But in the, you know, like, and these were on the weekends too. Like, either like they were going to work from Monday to Sunday. They were off Saturday, Sunday. Like I did like a 15, 20 minutes ride. None of that was happening. And on top of that, that's how the resentment started. Like, you know how you ask someone every time and then it gets annoyed? Yeah. So stuff like that. Yeah. But when it comes to my like career, no one like most of the people never help. Most.
Gotcha. So Mo, how do you feel about that? Like,
yeah, you know, like me and you already have this conversation before. Like for me, like personally, I feel like a lot of time it's like a lack of resources or lack of like that's just, you know, for lack of a better term, because like we not only we in a whole different country. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, people, because like I used to tell them, I'm like, when I first came here, then I started playing soccer. You have like a weekend game. You see like the kids that's, you know, from here, you will see like their whole family, you know, watching them, you know, supporting them. They call, pull, all of them get that together. And I used to be like, bro, like my mama don't even know like how good I am at this game. You know what I'm saying? She never saw me play. For me personally, that was just, you know, lack of resources, because, you know, they have to take care of other stuff, like, you know. But, you know, I have brothers that used to, you know, come to the game. But a lot of time I feel like, you know, for us, but now for us, maybe we can, you know, break that, you know, force a curse. Like we can be there for a kids game whenever, you know, they ready to start playing those games. But for me, like I would just say, you know, that was simply it, because they have to put the food on the table. You know, they have to do other stuff to be able to, you know,
I agree.
sleep and then eat.
Yeah, I agree. And everybody's experience is different. Everybody's entitled to the experience. So, like, one experience doesn't mean that, you know, the other experiences should be the same. And I think everybody, you should respect everybody in their opinion and through the experience. So now back to you, Damani, right? Because we're still talking about growth, right? So the struggle and growth. So my question to you, like going through all the mental battle, doubts, breakthrough events, or whatever the case may be. So the next question is, was it ever a time where you thought, right, that maybe this ain't for me? Like, I should quit. So what made you, like, say, okay, nah, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going?
There's been a lot of times, like, I mean, even last year. Was it last year? Yeah. Last year, this January, just now, like, sometimes, like, especially when you take a break or when you're coming back from an injury, always think like that. But sometimes you just take a fitness test and then just cast out and then be like, you know what? This ain't for me. Sometimes after a bad game, you know what? Maybe this ain't for me, you know? Like, I've tried. I've done my best. Maybe my kids will play. But then I'm addicted to it. Like, I'll complain today, but I'll show up tomorrow. That's what it was. I feel like that's what saved me. Like, no matter how hard it gets, I would never back down. Like, I would never back down from soccer. Like, every time I see it, I just want to play. Like, that's how it was.
So it was just like a love.
Play that, like, it's the love for me. Like, like it's the switch. As soon as I see it, I want to play.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you know, like, I just have to play.
To add into that, and then I always say this. I say, like, sometimes sports is like a way to get away from your problem and your issues and your stress. So I used to say, yo, whenever I'm playing like basketball or soccer or whatever, I'm like, I'm not thinking about the outside world. It just keep me in peace and intact. So I feel like if you saying that you're gonna give up on something that keep you away from all the stress and things like that, how stressful can that be? When you taking the things that your scapegoat is the sport. So like you talking about that it was a love of yours, right? It's also therapeutic to your mental health. So like, Mo, you can also chime in here, like, because you also like you went through a lot of things also with injuries and things like that. Like the mental breakdown, like how hard was it? Like, you know, like, because he just explained his trials and tribulation. Like, I just want your opinion on what he's saying, because you are familiar with that experience.
Not even injuries, bro. It's like everything that Damani just said. Every players, whether at whatever level, bro. If you look at like some of the greatest players, they will deny sometimes. Those can take a mental break on your psyche, right? So like that, like, you know, going to tryout, you know, being denied, or like times, or sometimes like when you play competitive, you can get it, but sometimes at practice, nothing's going well for you. You're like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should try a different avenue. So that happens to everybody, every professional athlete. Like, you know, sometimes they say, oh, you're too small. You know, stuff like that. We have players, like, they tell us their story. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a big part, especially when you don't have anybody, you know, to talk to around that time. Yeah. So that could...
No, that's true. So, yeah, I think that's a good point. And Damani, I think you also made a great point. I think the love for the sport is always good, because, you know, they always say when you love something, you know, you have a chance of, you know, becoming successful at it. So my following question here, we just talked about, you know, struggle and growth and, you know, the mental aspect of it. My second question here is, the follow-up question here is, what place changed you, right? Not just as a player, but also as a person. In totality, you have the sport experience, which come with life experience. What place specifically changed you? Was it Guinea? Was it Columbus, Ohio? Was it when you went to Jackson? Was it when you went to Europe the first time, it didn't work out, and then you had to do it again? Like, which place you would say resonate with you the most in terms of change as a player and as a person?
Damn, that's a tough question, bro. Like, because if you look at the soccer aspect, I would say Guinea.
Yeah.
But if you look at the personal aspect, I would say America, because I came when I was 19, so it's made the 19 years I spent in Guinea was just me just going through basically high school, playing soccer, picking up experiences and stuff.
Yeah.
Because mind you, I started playing in the first league in Guinea when I was 15. Yeah, 15. So by then, all I cared about was just playing, like, basically following, the OGs.
Yeah.
And then play with them. But then, if you look at the personal aspect, I would say here, because when I came into the United States, like, I saw how people really moving out here. Like, first of all, how Guinea, you can walk from here to your friend's house. In America, there was none of that.
Yeah.
You have to work. You have to get your own place. You have to know about you have to be careful with your finances. Like, you have to, do it. Like, not only the struggle back home made us all then, like, made us grow up quick.
Yeah.
But then America is a different ball game. Like, here, if you mess up, like, you can't fall back on anyone. Like, you're responsible for yourself. So all of that helps you, like, to be careful, not only the financial side, but, like, who you hang around with, all of that. Because we see a lot of stuff go down in Columbus or in America in general.
Yeah.
So I would say, soccer-wise, Guinea made me very well aware of myself, because that's where I've seen, like crucial, like, talent.
Yeah.
Like, people that I really admire and looked up to, like,
Yeah.
But that's how it works. You copy something from them, and then you put it in your game, and then that's how you evolve as a player.
Yep.
But then as a person, here having to, like, get a job, a kid around my age in Guinea is doing nothing.
Yeah.
But, like, kid around their dad's house and then just chill.
Yep.
But here, having to get my own place, having to pay bills, having to look after my family back home, all of that made me, like, responsible. Like, not that I'm saying I wasn't responsible before, but
got you.
it made me extra responsible, because now this is, like, a real thing. Like, I have to fend up for myself. I have to look after my family too.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, soccer-wise was back home, and personal-wise, I would say in the United States.
Gotcha. Now, I think that was a great answer. Mo, you want to chime in?
Yeah, no, that's true. I think, like, the biggest thing for, like, adaptation is, like, just adapting to the new culture here and stuff like that. So yeah, but everything he said, bro, it's like, bro, we almost every one of us are, like, identical journeys and stuff. So everything he said, can resonate well.
Yeah.
Anybody like.
I agree. I think that was well said. Another question is just to add on to it, right? You say that as a player, you would say Guinea is where, you got that foundation from as a player, right? It made you who you are. And as a person is your experience here and everything, two different culture, and the culture shock also plays a part in that. So my question is, if you can describe your experience as a player in Guinea in one word, what would it be? And also, if you can describe your experience as a person in the U.S., whether it's Ohio, whatever, in one word, what would you describe it as?
One word for
just one word for Guinea, one word for the U.S.
One word for Guinea, I would say painful.
Okay.
One word for America, I would say mindful.
Mindful, painful, and mindful. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say painful, are you alluding to the struggle or the lack of resources or the lack of opportunity? Is that what you mean?
It's all mixed up.
It's all mixed up?
All those three you just said, all of them mixed up.
And with Ohio, when you say mindful, it is from a perspective of understanding your environment and who was there and who was not.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think that was great. I think that was well said. Okay. That's perfect. So we can move into the follow-up question. And at what point, because we did talk about like, did you ever feel like giving up, right? So my following question here is, what was your lowest moment in this journey? Because obviously it's a journey. And how did you pull yourself out of it, right? In terms of, let's just say you felt like you were going down the drain, like you wanted to quit, and this is the end of it. Like, what motivated you? Was it a person, or was it your mom, or was it your coach, or was it a book that you read, a movie that you watched? What made you pull yourself out of, like, that situation, if that was the situation going through your journey?
It was, how they be like, you be your own people.
Yeah.
It was a family member that made me want to give up on soccer, basically.
Yeah.
Since at the start, you don't get what you want. Like, you have to go through the struggle. That's why most of these players, they don't have the courage to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
So I've had a family member call and be like, "Yo, it's time for you to give up on soccer and just, work.
Yeah.
Just 9 to 5 and just work, because this money is not enough." Like, I was looking at the person like, I don't owe my life to you. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So that really shocked me. And this is blood family, like blood related.
Yeah.
But then I was going through it. I ain't gonna lie, because it wasn't only her, it was multiple. So it's like, I'm looking at it like, dang, these people don't believe in me. But then everybody's different. Like, this is how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yes, they didn't believe in me. But when I when I started saying, okay, I'm gonna do this for real. When I was building myself brick from brick, I didn't need validation. I didn't need nothing from no one. I went out there and got it myself. So it wasn't like what the motivation was myself, because like we have this saying in Mandingo, Koko, I feel like you're feeling your koi will gido te korokoneta. Yeah. So it's like,
yeah, brother, we might have to get a translation for that later, but keep going.
What is what I'm talking about? Yeah. So it's like I know how much this means to me. So for somebody to try to make me give up, it's impossible. It's like trying to put you into another vice that you're not into. So it could just never happen. So I put myself out of it because this is what I want to do, like for real, like I want to do it. Yeah. So no matter what anybody says, I'm going to do it. Like everybody said, oh, you want this and that. But then imagine when the first time like I posted it or I signed my first professional contract, and none of those people that was telling me to give up never congratulated me and yet expected a dime from me. So it's like, yes, it got to me, but at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, that's perfect. So Mo, you want to chime in? Because I wanted to say something.
Yeah, a lot of times, like, people don't understand. It's not even like you wanted it for yourself, but a lot of times, like, people don't know it's like part of you. It's what makes you you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then people don't know, especially our people, they don't know how much of a support, how far the support could go. You know what I'm saying? It's like that simple support that could give you a lot of confidence. So like, go get what you wanted to get. But a lot of time, more people don't understand that. They don't know like stuff that they say they can, words that they can say can pull you down also.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but this is GameOnBlitzz, so we gonna make it a little challenging, right? And because we like accountability, we like to hold each other accountable. So obviously the question was like, your lowest point, how do you pull yourself through out of it, right? So specifically, we're talking about the struggle. It could be struggle, injury, financial, family, health. How did you overcome all of that, right? So to challenge you, Damani, right? Okay, let's just from a devil perspective, not the devil perspective. Astaghfirullah. From a devil advocate. I'm trying to play devil advocate. I mean, hey, somebody who said a devil advocate is a devil perspective. So my question here is, right? I think Mo also can agree to it. Because like me, I like to say, I like to take responsibility into my own hands. I like to take accountability for things that I put myself through, or whoever contributed to it. At the end of the day, I'm the main source, I'm the main focus. So you're saying this person did this person did that, right? So from their perspective, what if they saying we done enough, and plus we're not responsible for like your success in particular? We only, the fact that we have you staying with us or even feeding you or whatever, it should be more than enough, right? That's one. And two is like, the reason why I say how did you pull, like at your lowest moment, how did you pull yourself through, and who also didn't contribute to your success. Both time you mentioned like the person, the people that were around you. So were your expectation coming from getting it to here, was it that people were going to crowd around you and support you and push you into your career or your goal to become a professional soccer player? Do you feel like you're putting too much blame on those people instead of taking accountability for yourself or maybe the things that you could have done better to put yourself in that position? Because somebody can look at this, so you just blame me for everything. Is that, what I'm saying? So what do you got to say about that?
The thing is, when I was coming here,
yeah,
I wasn't expecting nothing from nobody.
Okay.
All I needed was from the get-go was a ride.
Just a ride.
Financial, this and that, none of that, equipment, none of that. Like, people have literally seen me and, like, they just known me after just one game and offered me money, shoes. Like, those started coming just because they like the way I play. And if you know anything, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe took me in because he saw me play. He didn't take me in because he knows me. Joe never.
Yeah, I remember.
So exactly. So me staying with those people before I met Joe was like, I was on nothing. I was just home.
Yeah.
The only time I get to go out was on a weekend.
Yeah.
And that weekend, we all home.
Yeah.
So asking for a ride was a problem.
Okay.
And then when other people started doing it for me, they got jealous. So that's how things started getting heated in the house.
Okay.
I couldn't stay there no more, and they kicked me out. So it's like, and when I went to the field and I explained it to Abdallah and Joe, Joe was like, you know what? It's okay. You're going to stay here and do what you got to do. Yeah. And from that standpoint, like I started being myself. I started going out there more. And that's how I started making friends, started making my, own money, work, got a car. And that's where I really took off. So I feel Abdallah and Joe, they really helped a lot. And that's what I said. Most of these people never done anything for me. Most.
Yeah.
So it's like those two, they really helped me. Like, if because you used to come and see me, they're like,
for sure.
Abdallah, I ain't got to tell you none about him.
Yeah.
It's like those two helped me. It ain't like, I can blame them if I expected something from them.
Yeah.
But I never expected nothing. All I did was pride. And if you can't give me that, now you want to be jealous because somebody else is doing it? Come on.
Okay. I mean that makes sense because the reason why it is I have to make it a little bit challenging because there's always like your side, their side, and the story, right? Yeah. So it only makes sense for me to ask that. So let's just say if they're watching this right now or whatever, because we're not trying to make this like a whatever. It could be like, okay, you're being ungrateful. Because the thing is, right, I always tell Mo this, right? It's like perspective, right? It's not one way. You can do right by somebody and a person can tell you didn't do enough. And somebody can do you wrong, but they think they didn't do nothing wrong. So at the end of the day, like I understand what you're saying. The jealousy part, I don't quite understand that. If they can give you a ride for whatever reason, that's fine. And I think still like you should be. I'm pretty sure you are. You still be appreciative of the fact that you
like. I don't want to take my phone because I have to prove like the person that was doing that to me. I literally sent her son some money just like 2 weeks ago. That's fine.
We don't even have to do it. We don't have to say all that. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah. No, that's perfect. I get it. Life can get tricky sometimes. So that was pretty good. And I can see Karifa on the side over there trying to I know what you're doing, Karifa. To pivot into a different question, but that was some good unveiling answers. So let's talk about reflection, right? Lessons and reflections. What's the best piece of advice you received from a coach or a teammate, either here, abroad, or anywhere? What was the best advice that you received that you're going to hold on to for the rest of your life or meant something to you when you were struggling?
I think it was my coach, Seymour. I don't know if you met him, but he's a Caribbean dude from Barbados. He's actually going through it right now, but I remember, I think when I went to Germany the first time, and I didn't make it. That was from a financial standpoint, by the way. But when I came back, people in the city was like, if you're so good, why didn't you stay in Europe, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, I normally don't care what people think of me. But then I went to, I was like, all of these people that I have nothing against, why are they talking to me like this? Even if it's a little bit like, even when we're training together and I yell at them, I'll be like, yo, come on, bro. They just get defensive and be like, why are you yelling at me? Like, okay, why don't you go play professional? Like, they they're looking for every chance to just remind me of my failure, basically.
Yeah.
So I went to my coach after training. I was like, why are they doing this? Like, are we beefing or something? It was like, you scared them already. Mm-hmm. So for you just to like try to correct their mistake and they're like jumping straight to what you've been through, just show how insecure they are. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna tell you is, even me, no matter what I say to you, if you know this is what you want, you have to stick to it. Just remember that. Yeah. Like, not only I had that kind of mindset, but when he said that, he even gave an example. Yo, I went to Real Madrid Academy. I didn't make it. I came back home. Like, he went through all of those details. So I'm like, man, because it was my first experience too. So it's like, ever since then, I didn't stop talking to them because I don't want it to seem like a confrontation every time I'm trying to correct you. Because in soccer, like, you can't get everything right. Yeah. The professionals on TV, same thing. They mess up all the time. So if you can't take a little criticism here and there, well, what am I going to speak to you for?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Sometimes like when you have a vision, not everybody can align with that vision, and when you're driven and other people are not, there's going to be some type of friction because you want it more than it, and then they don't seem to be on that same path. And another thing you mentioned is people love other people's failure, right? So like you say, if you're on a good trajectory, you're on a trend of becoming something. Some people they want all of y'all to be in the same like bucket. They don't want nobody to get out the bucket, because if you do get out the bucket, they just feel like you will become more of a person or whatever the case may be, or they just don't want you to get that attention. So that definitely makes sense. So the piece of advice was, in particular, you said that what your coach told you, right, about you scaring them because how dedicated you were towards your craft or whatever. So Mo, do you have like anything to add on to that?
No, like what you said, like a lot of time your vision is vision. Not everybody can see it that way, and not everybody can appreciate what you do. But it's just what your coach said. As long as you believe in yourself, and it just like for me personally, I would say that like a best piece of advice the coach has given me. I remember, I'll never forget my academy coach. He used to tell me, he said, to make it to the next level, it's 50% you and 50% luck. And I never like understand that luck part of it until like you go through it personally. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So everything Damani said, just a lot of time, bro, people don't see your vision how you see it, and the only person that can just be a good judge of character for that is you.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's good. So now I want to get into a little bit more technical stuff in terms of like your work ethic, things that you do to get to your position. So I would say like when you first got here, you were playing with the Columbus team, right? And then obviously, do you want to talk about a little bit of your journey about going to Jackson and then coming back to Ohio? Because I think it wasn't a long standing. So. Because the thing that was funny to me when you did come to Jackson and played, and I feel like because other people had been already, they kind of like put you in the back burner because you was a late add to the team, and I was looking at it. Everybody on the team had the same thing. They said, "Wait, Damani's like, he's the best player on the team," and it's like, I think at that time like you was like not like in the best shape, right?
I was not in shape at all.
At all, right? But you were able to play and you were dominant. You did what you did, and I remember after like the season, me and you would go to the soccer field and we would do like some sprints and stuff like that. So from there, like my one thing I would say, well, that was like 4 years ago. My criticism was like, okay, he's great, but does he have the work ethic? And I always asked him, like, does he have the work ethic? Just coming in running 10 sprints is not enough. So, and then later on when we separated, and I saw it the continuous like work from you? And I saw you lost actually a lot of weight, and you just kept going to the field. Can you speak to that a little bit?
The thing is, I hate running.
Yeah.
Like, I hate running.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing about me that I never liked. Like, I would play, like you said, in Jackson, I was playing, but, you know, as long as you can use your head, you're fine. But that's not going to be enough, especially because there can be at times where the opponent can dictate the game. So if they play with a game style with like speed, you have to keep up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Like, I always put in my head, okay, I'm just gonna keep training until I get fit. But then by the time I realize, okay, there's like training fitness and then there's game fitness. So in a game, yes, I'll play 90 minutes. But did I play 90 minutes to the coach expectation or to my expectation? Because I'll play 90 minutes, maybe do like 4 or 5 sprints here and there, and think I played. So after Jackson, I came back, you know, SK Kollins started. Then I really saw like I was really losing weight. So I'm like, so maybe this is not my best like shape, you know? I can do better. So I started like sprinting more, working more, even though I hate sprinting, but now it's like
gotta do it. Yeah.
You know, it's necessary for the body and for the fitness. So it's like, you remember sometimes we were on the phone, I tell you, I rented it like a thief. Like, it's became part of my DNA now. Like, I have to run. Like,
Now I remember.
So coming from that place, because at Jackson, people were like, sometimes in the morning, early morning, they'll come and wake us up, go sprint like crazy. So stuff like that, I never used to like it. But then it's just because, you know, as a striker, you don't really do much. But then that all depends on the coach tactics.
Yeah.
Some coach might need you to run more. Some coach might need you to press the defenders. Some coach might need you to just stay there, and in case like they need to build up from the back, they might need you for that.
Yeah.
So as soon as I started seeing myself lose weight with FC Columbus, I started putting more work in. So I started running now. Like, there's no better feelings than you being in shape on the field. Every good footballer will tell you that. Like, if you're in shape, you literally can do whatever the hell you want.
So now that's good. You did say that sometimes it depends on because I'm paying attention. You said sometimes it depends on the coach tactics and stuff like that. Sometimes you said the coach might want you to build up from the back. I just wanted to know that was a pause-worthy moment. So just to put that out there. But that was, I like the way you breaking everything down though, because it put a lot of things in perspective. So so that's the only criticism I had from that at that time. And then I saw you actually, you know, you got yourself in great shape. So another thing, in terms of competition level, from Guinea to coming to going to Ohio, and from Ohio to playing with all of those teams, also including the African team that usually go to the African tournament. Because I remember I asked you that the level of competition, how do you feel? Because sometimes certain competition are not progressive for a player. Sometimes they can really digress your skills and your craft. So do you feel like the talent in Guinea was better than the one in Ohio? And how do you compare the talent of Ohio to the one where you currently playing at now?
So I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna all agree with me. Guinea's the source.
Yeah.
Guinea always gonna have better talent than Ohio and etc. and stuff like that, because that's where we all come from. So seeing like people back then in Guinea, like doing some unspeakable stuff, like on the field, like it's like you were amazed. Even like till this day, there's still people out there that can actually play. But then you come to Ohio, some of them are already washed or, you know, gain weight, you know. No, like, you know, like Ohio has to take it, like, especially that competition, we didn't win nothing until like 5 years or something like that. So, you know, all they had was mouth. Yeah,
that's a fact. All them old,
you know, to speak like that and stuff like that. And that's
Damani, move slightly this way. Move slightly this way to the camera. Damani. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's them being insecure.
Yeah.
Because they see you can play, they want to make themselves relevant.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you see me before, I used to play, I used to do this. I used to do
Wait, you talk about Grandiza? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hey, you never know. I ain't gonna say
I ain't gonna say no that.
But anyways, like I said, the levels, because when I started in Europe, it wasn't like in 5th division.
Yeah.
Division, it's like, it's where you just, you get your craft working so for people to see you. So
Yeah.
I ended up doing good over there. They started writing about me. Some professional teams were interested. That's how I got signed.
Yeah.
So the level, like the Ghanaian tournament that we play, there's talent. But I feel like the more we keep going, like talent is starting to like disappear. But when I first joined for the first 3-4 years, because I purposely used to miss out on the tournament just to go like play somewhere else. Like
I remember.
Yeah, so for those couple of years, yes, there was talent back then. Like even in the NPSL, like raw talent. People used to come from the USL Championship. Some MLS players used to come and join the tournament. It was like really like the level was there. Like you see people in this like in your state good, but they go out there and then you don't see nothing.
Nah, yeah, no, that's true.
So it's like the level at the Ghanaian competition was always higher than what we had going on in Columbus or in the NPSL.
Yeah.
Because those are college players, D1 players, professionals, USL Championship players, MLS players, so all of that. It was always higher. But then now, if I have to put in perspective with the European or the current teams that I'm playing right now, it's a whole different ballgame. Because all these people, like, they know what
they're doing. Yeah.
They already know, like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like putting a bunch of nerds in a science class to like trying to outsmart each other.
Yes.
So it's like people people like me with my experience. There's another person with experience.
With the experience,
like, very good players trying to outsmart each other.
No, yeah, that makes sense. That was well said. Because I want to read something here because your label, the King of North, right? So I'm looking. I read somewhere they say from his training session, it was clear that that a rare talent had arrived, meaning you. In 28 league matches, 3 Governors Cup games, and 1 B team appearance, he contributed to an outstanding 46 goals, playing a key role in Spartak rise to the top of KP, a historical achievement for the club. So 46 goals, I believe it was 28 league matches, right? So that's a lot of goals. So you was scoring beaucoup goals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So so like at that point, would you say that you were at the top of your game at that time?
Nah.
That wasn't the top of your game.
That was not my top. Okay. It's just, as a striker, you need like instinct has something to do with it.
Yeah.
You need to know where to stand. You need to know where the ball is gonna fall. You need to study the play. So, I mean, my time in Polite, and that was like, I actually made it a thing where I scored on every team in the league. Like, if I don't score away, I'll score home. Yeah. On every single team. So it's like, during that time, I was just training. I remember sometimes we would have some days off. Just the shooting drills. So all of that, like scoring goals, yes, it felt good to score goals. But then that was not my vision. I was like, I'm doing all of this to get somewhere. So that's what kept me going. Like for the goals, even for the B team, I didn't want to play. Like they begged me. They came outside like 11 p.m. at my house, trying to wake me up because there's a language barrier. Yeah. But somebody that actually knows to speak a little bit of English. So they asked me like if I want to play. I said no. But it was like, please, this is an important game. We don't want to miss the playoff. That's how I agreed to play with them, and I think I actually ended up scoring 2 goals for them that day. We won. Yeah. So all of that, like goals here and there, like.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Mo, you have anything to add?
No.
So I mean, obviously it shows that you were dedicated and you were working on your craft to get somewhere. 46 goals, like I said, that's a lot of goals. And My question: you said that you were planning on, because you still had a mentality that you wanted to go professional, right? So that never left your mind. Okay. So my next question, my following question here is, in terms of your talent, your skills, where do you say that you gained the knowledge and the skill to be as good as you are today? Was it from back home? And if it was it a person that you work with on your shot, a person that work with you in terms of like vision on the field, IQ, anything that could that made you a prolific player today? Was it anybody that was, the main source to that of your talent?
No.
Okay.
It was back home, not with, but I wouldn't say like somebody was a main source, because mind you, I'm the only man in my family. I have a sister. I'm the last one. So it's like me going out there, seeing people playing and copying them, trying to put in my game. That's how everything started. Because I never had a brother to look up to, stuff like that. So basically, everybody out there was my brother in the street. Like, I'll go play with my friends. They would do some skills. We'll all be amazed. We'll try to do the same. And then the next, like, I was just copying here and there. Like, I would see people do stuff, and then I'll try to do it. I'll try to include it in my game, and sometimes it comes with the, with the experience, like with the game. The more you play, the more you know what to do.
What to do, yeah.
And then that's how I started integrating, like, teams, Bundes, you already know. Like, Bundes, I was a goalie. But yeah, I would end up with the most goal in the competition. So that's how I felt like that's what helped me to read the game. Because when I started to go, I would only come out for counterattacks.
Yeah. No,
and then end up staying in the game and just play. So that's how I started. Like me, no matter like, even if you're my enemy, if you have something good, like, I see you can do this well, I'm gonna study it. Like, I'm gonna see it. I just need to see it.
Yeah, no, facts.
I see it. That's it. It's already engraved. So I just go up on my day. Next day, you will see me probably practicing it or probably doing it in training sessions. And then we move on. So, like, I would say I never looked up to anybody, but I know a bunch of people I've stole stuff from. So it's like,
got you.
It's a game of love. You see it, you love it, you do it.
Yeah. Nah, that's perfect. Mo? Sean?
Yeah, like, I was gonna say that. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a family member, but like, you know how like when you first started playing organized soccer, whatever the coach that pulled you through that, it's like, for me personally, like back home, whatever the first coach that put me through organized soccer, I learned a lot from him. It's like, we used to do, like, even back home, obviously it's not like as organized as here, but we do individual like meeting and stuff like that. It's like, tell you what your best position is, where you can, excel, what position you can excel at. So like for me, I would say like my first coach back home is like where I learned like most of the stuff that I took with me, like I learned from.
Yeah. No, I get
my first, and mind you, I've only had one. I wouldn't say one coach, but that's the one that coached me through all my whole teenage years. Like, Yakish, you go to like Yataya is known, very well known. Some of his players are actually in D1 now, like with some of my friends. So it's like that guy. He gave me a platform to express myself, basically,
Yeah.
So he gave me a platform. Anybody that knows me from the soccer world know me from Yakish.
And I think that's what the question is from. Who did the person that made you like kind of like even interested into the game and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, good. If you want to add more,
like he it's because of him. Teams started coming to get me. Like some third division, second division will come and be like, "Yo, we need your striker. Can you come help us out?" That's how I started leaving and started making an impact outside of my city. And then Antoba came and I went and played with him. Yeah. And then Startup came, went and played with him. That's how I started knowing different coaches. But him, it was all along him.
That's a good point. So I want to ask you this in terms of like getting yourself in shape. We kind of talked about it. We touched on it, but we didn't expand on it. So I would want to get understand from your perspective, how important is your workout regimen? Like how is your workout set up, and how important is dieting when it comes to getting in shape and playing at a high level?
First, before we even talk about high level, let's talk about low level, basically, like when I was in Columbus and stuff like that. Yeah. I always felt like I don't care what I eat, as long as I train every day, I'm gonna be good. But then I started seeing, yes, I'm gaining some weight, but I'm still like in shape. Like I can play 90 minutes without being tired. Yeah. So that's what started like I started like noticing, okay, maybe this is when I started Googling stuff, and then I started knowing about calorie. You know, back when we don't know calorie intake. Yeah. We don't know none of that. Nope. So it's like I started knowing about it, and then I started looking into it. It's a real thing. So I'm like, you know what? From now on, I'm gonna start, watching what I eat. But it's difficult in Columbus to watch what you eat. Yeah. Because not only soccer is very limited over there, and food is everywhere. Everywhere, yeah. You get to pick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and me, I have a sweet tooth. Like, yeah. I be eating chocolate, stuff like that. Yeah. But then the moment I signed my first professional contract, I was like, this is where everything's gonna change. They have they have a chef, take our blood thing, do all type of that nonsense. I was not used to. They started doing all of that. So from there, I was like, hey, this is professional now. Like, I have to behave like it. Yeah. I have to take care of my body for it to go a long way. Yeah. So I started doing counting my calories, counting what I eat, cut out sugar. Maybe I'll eat a snack here and there. Mm-hmm. But the whole time, the whole day, or right now, I only eat twice a day. Yeah. I've been doing this for years now, but then as soon as I take a break, I just start eating nonsense. I don't watch what I eat when I'm on break. Yeah. But as of now, I only eat twice a day. Maybe lunch, I skip breakfast always. Lunch, dinner. Yeah. Lunch, then between lunch and dinner, I'll probably have one of the low calorie drinks. I didn't even know about that. I just started being more mindful over the past few years. So I started counting calories. Even when I'll go to the store and I'll pick up something, I watch it back. Yeah, look at the calories. I count calories. Be I need to know what I'm doing. I'm being mindful of what I put in my body now. So. Yeah, good. Also, I would want to know, also for the audience too, the journey that you went through from getting all the way to where you are today. How difficult, if there's a kid watching, or somebody, a young kid that's also playing somewhere that also want to get to the professional level somewhere in this world. Can you kind of expound on how difficult it is for one to put themselves through what you kind of went through? It doesn't have to be the same thing, but what type of mindset do they need to have in order to put themselves in the right position to also go professional, and how difficult it is to get there, and is it more difficult to even stay within that environment? Before I even start with that, it's as we all know, there's a bunch of our friends back home that's playing. Yeah. So to get into the world of professionalism, about when it comes to soccer, it's very hard. Very, very hard. Yeah. So for the people out there watching this, thinking it's all sweet and stuff, it's hard. Because watch this. You come to a tryout, see a player exactly like you. Yeah. But he's already in the team. Yeah. Why would the coach drop him and take you? Yeah, facts. You always have to have something extra to be there. Mm-hmm. It's not for the I would say it's for the privilege, but that privilege is earned. Yeah. You see somebody, yes, he's not really that good, but he does something good. That's what a professional is. So for people, training is one thing. Yeah. They always say hard work beat talent. It can be true, but bro, you can work as hard as you want. Because when you reach the professional level, you use this now. Mm-hmm. You don't use anything else. This is that's gonna guide you. So it's coming from Africa where everybody plays the same sport to the United States to get opportunities to go out there. Like one of my players just came today. I just brought somebody from the United States. I went and picked him up at the airport today. And then there was one that was supposed to come, but he said, "Bro, I can't leave, man. You know, America, man. I gotta pay bills." I felt that. I was in the shoes one time, but I had to take a risk. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If it is for 2 weeks, come in, see how it is quick, and then go back. So I don't fall behind bills.
Yeah.
But him, he decided to stay. Who am I to blame him?
Yeah.
He and me,
Yeah.
you know. So he ended up staying back. The one that wanted to come came.
Yeah.
So it's like anything professional, always gonna be hard. It's not supposed to be like a sweet story. Like, no, this is it's not a movie. It's gonna be hard. There was time I didn't even have like nothing. I remember one time my mom had to send me money from Guinea. They sent me money all the way to Europe from Guinea. That's how bad it was. Because now then I didn't have access to no job, none of that. But at the end, you know, everything worked out because I believed in myself.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. When you're doing this type of stuff, you need to be realistic with yourself.
Yeah.
Do you really have what it takes, or do you just want to try it?
Yeah. No, that's true.
There's nothing wrong with trying it.
Yeah.
But do you have what it takes?
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes we all been there. We played a shitty game before and then literally trying to debate with everybody else, make excuses. No. I was trying to do this. And then when you go home, you're like, yeah, it was shit today. Like, I did shit.
Yeah.
As long as you're like being real with yourself, just ask yourself, can I make it? Because you look at these other players that's better than you failing. And then you coming in with nothing to offer. Yes, there's luck in it, but people's gonna they're gonna catch up soon. Like, they're gonna know, like, okay, you don't have anything special, you out. They literally stop training yet to chase people off the field. That's how cutthroat it is.
Yeah.
Like, they don't play because they invest their money in you. Like, you're literally like an object to them.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They don't see you as a person anymore. They see you as a product. You're a product.
Yeah.
Like, you can't mess around.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, my things for these young people, they have to ask themselves, do I really want to do I want to try it, or do I have what it takes to make it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. And you did mention two things. You say that hard work beat talent, and I heard more echoing saying, like, you know, not all the time. So would you say at the professional level, is it more important to be hardworking, to rely on that, or to rely more on your talent specifically? Because you did mention that when you get to that level, you also need the talent, because you got to use your brain at this point. It's not just being all about being fit. You have to have the IQ and understanding of the game going along with the hard work, right? To make sure that you know what you're doing on the field. So my question is, do you think that if somebody that's hardworking and are in good shape, right, they do everything right by the book, but they're not necessarily as talented, do they have a higher chance making it to the pro? Or the person that's just highly talented, like you said, talent is at a 8, 9 out of 10, but the hard work is at, like, let's just say 3 or 4, right, out of 10. Do you think that person has a higher chance getting to that level compared to the person that has an 8 out of 10 hard work and like a 3 or 4 in talent?
That all depends on where, like from which standpoint we're looking at this. Because just one thing every soccer player has in common is training, right? Fitness, we see players, they've been out for 6 months and come within 2 weeks to start playing. Yeah. Right? Fitness will always come. Like, hard work, all of that will always come because it comes with the territory. Yeah. But talent, that's something you have to, like, look for. That's some people are. They say some people are born with it. That's cool, but you have to look for it. Like, you have to, like, your way of understanding the game. You have to, like, go through it, experience it, get it through, like, you know, hardship. So talent don't come by. You have to go get it. That's true. Hard work is always gonna be there unless you don't want to. Yeah. So no matter how hardworking you are, yes, you can get there, but it won't be consistent. Because imagine you get there, now you're facing somebody that's been working hard, and he's talented.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna like, you know, he's already smarter than you in one area.
Yeah.
That's the area that matters the most. No matter how fast you can run, you cannot run faster than the ball.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Hard work, yes, sometimes it can get you there, but it will not keep you there. Because you look at these professionals, they do stuff that regular player can't do. I've never seen any professional boast about how fast they can run or how long they can stay in 90 minutes without going out of breath. That just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
You see, let's take an example of Cristiano. He's almost 40, and he's still playing with like 20-year-olds, 90 minutes. You know, that's going to take a toll on your body, but what he has here, that's what he's working with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hard work will get you there, but talent can help you be consistent with it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Mo, how do you feel about that? Hard work versus talent?
Like just one quick comment. I mean, like the talent, whatever. The talented person might have a better chance at making it, but the person who will last longer will always be the hard worker. You know, like
so the person that's gonna last longer will be the person that work harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we heard a story about guys being very talented, but you know, discipline's not. It's not there. They'll play for a couple years or two, and then they're done. You know, even coming back to them, if you ask them what would they do it over again, they all would go to like, you know, maybe if I was a little bit disciplined and work harder, I could have lost longer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super. But yeah, I agree. I think hard work is definitely important, but talent also makes it, you know, a lot better. But yeah, if you're talented and you also have the work ethic, you know, there's nothing short of you being a phenomenal player or whatever. But yeah, so I wanted to just get that out there. So since we're coming to end pretty soon, I have some more deep-rooted questions for you in terms of like your perspective on your whole journey. My question here, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you say? What would you tell him? What would you tell the young Damani?
I would tell him to go steal money from his dad and go to the embassy so they bring me here sooner.
Wait, what? Repeat that?
I would tell my younger self to go rob my dad and bring me here sooner, because sometimes that's what I regret the most.
Okay.
I should have came here sooner.
Got you.
I should have came here sooner. I should have went to the high school. I would have had scholarship. I would have been in the system a long time ago.
Yeah.
Than now. Like, I knew if I came in at 15 or 14, I would have been playing in the MLS a long time ago. I've seen coach trying to give me scholarship right when I got here.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, what is your diploma, this and that. And, you know, our diploma over there, like, when I try to bring you here to the high school to, like, just take advanced ESL was a problem. So it's like, I have to restart everything now.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Hold on, let me. Yeah, that was well said. My next question to you would be, obviously we talked about the sacrifice that you made through your journey and things like that. So when you think about everything you went through, right, my question here would be, was it worth it? Everything that you went through. And is there any regrets? Was your decision to all the decisions you made so far in your journey, did you regret any of it, and do you think it was worth it?
I mean, I wouldn't say I don't regret. I regret some of it, but most part, it made me who I am today. So I would definitely say I regret making some decisions because, you know, nobody's perfect. I was young and competitive, but at the end of the day, it got me where I am today.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. So to kind of wrap it up, you know, if anybody's watching right now, like what are your thoughts? Like, what are your closing thoughts? What can you tell other kids that are striving to do the same thing you did? What is one thing or make a statement, something that can help them, you know, in their journey, in their path, so they don't make the same mistake that you made, or don't give up on their dream like you did, like you didn't give up on a dream. So what would be one thing or a statement that you can put out there for the younger generation?
Given that we have a lot of distraction these days, my message to the younger audience would be, if it really means that much to you, then nobody should tell you to get off on your ass and go get it. You know?
Yeah.
If it really means that much to you, nobody has to motivate you to go get it.
Yep.
You have to do it yourself and believe in yourself. And when I say believe in yourself, be realistic. Because, yes, you can be like, yes, I'm confident. But you got to check every aspect and see, okay, do I really have what it takes to do this? Or do I just want to try it and be like one of those? No.
Yeah.
Make sure when you're getting into it, put your all into it. And if it doesn't work out, sure, a lot of people have failed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have succeeded.
It's true.
So that's what I would say.
Okay. And any future goals and plans moving forward with your professional life?
I'm glad you said professional life, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna focus on finishing the season. The season end around what, June, July?
Yeah.
And there's been some offers, but it can't go through now because the market is closed.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna wait and see. But I have a good feeling after this season, because we're basically in the second leg of the season right now. So we're gonna start in 2 weeks and finish around July. Then we'll look at the offers again and see which one will be best for me. Even in the United States, I might have some over there, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Got you. I think that's wonderful, and I would also appreciate if you can tell your coach that, you know, if you need a bench, me and Mo's here. You know, me and Mo can definitely play bench.
I'm cool. That's my.
No, I said bench. You know, we just need
my ship hot sell a long time, bro. I'm okay.
I just want to be an assistant coach, bro. That's what I want to be.
Yeah, you cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was great, bro. We truly
that was good.
We truly appreciate you, you know, showing up and, you know, giving us this interview. This is our first interview, by the way, from the King of the North. You know,
I appreciate you guys for putting me on your platform too.
No problem. So Mo, do you have anything to say before we close it out?
Nah, man, you know, I met Damani a couple years ago, so, you know, I learned a lot today also, you know, a lot of gems, so, you know. You know, we just be supporting and stuff, you know, hopefully you have a great, you know, season, and then whatever offers that come next year, maybe, you know, is here so you can be closer to family and stuff like that, but still, like, dreams dream, wherever you go to chase it, you go to chase it, but, you know, we rooting for you, appreciate you to stopping by on GameOnBlitzz and all that.
Yep.
Bro, thank you. GameOnBlitzz.
GameOnBlitzz. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow and share. This episode is gonna be dropping soon. Yeah, I want y'all to go out there and listen to it. He dropped a lot of, you know, perspective.
I'm sharing this all the way to
You got to. You're going, man.
Bro, all the way to my Cartier.
You already know. Thank you, my boy. Thank you. I truly appreciate it, man. And we'll be coming back at you soon. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. GameOnBlitzz. We out. Peace. Yep.